between two teams that are going to the World Championships, but they would love to make their path while they're there a little bit easier. The winner of this match will not have to face off against the OCE champ and then the European champ at the very beginning of their bracket. They would love to be able to just have things be a little bit easier there. So this third place match, still a lot to play for here.
I think it's really tough to, as a player, think that far in the future, because right now you just need to perform. You need to play now. And it's really hard to think of the goals that are going to happen. Like, well, if I make sure I win this now. I mean, but at the same time, we want to see every team playing every game like they want to win. And that is something that we've seen at Evil Geniuses, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be in-game. They want to break that top three so bad. They want to be considered one of the top three best North American teams. And they have been going toe-to-toe with Cloud9 all season, especially in stats. They're both trading off between rank number 3 and number 4 in any given stat.
Well, both these teams coming off of a sweep. They can both take solace in the fact that they know at least one of them will get a win here in this series. Evil Geniuses in the blue, Cloud9 in the orange. Third place spot here in North America. Cloud9, the former North American champs, they will lose that title today. They will not be playing in the North American Regional Championship. Here, trying to retain the title of Big Three. G2 and NRG securing their spots there in the finals. EG would love to be in that conversation here, keep themselves in those talks.
The desk saying that Cloud9 kind of fell mentally flat there by the end of that series against G2, getting absolutely swept, which is nothing we would have expected to see at a Cloud9. So a big part of the beginning of the series is, will they bounce back, or do they think they're just going to let EG control the pace of the match?
4:18 looking on the clock. See Squishy with control over the top of one. On the wall will be Chrome with a clear. Now Gimmick over towards Squishy. It'll be Corrupted G, puts it in the corner. The pass back in here from Cloud9. Not able to quite get it through the defense. Ball keeps moving laterally. Now Classics airborne up towards Corrupted G. An open net if he can find the target, but it's just a bit high. He'll need some help, and it'll be Torment who clears it to the side.
Cloud9 getting caught off guard. No one back on defense, and now some quick saves. Squishy has to use so much boost for this, but there was a nice touch all the way out to midfield.
Gimmick. There it'll be Chrome. Over to the side, and now Classics. Picks up the ball, follows it. Corrupted G into enemy territory. Gimmick on the backboard. Chrome up with the challenge. Gimmick gets it past him, but now Classics. Into the corner again. Chrome passing it back to his teammate. Onto the wall, out to a waiting Corrupted G. And the shot towards net is soft, and Squishy gets the save.
Soft Gimmick. And squishy.
Just how he likes it. Chrome now into the orange corner. Squishy trying to use the wall to get it past Classics, but he's got it right there. Corrupted G. He's playing keep away.
I mean, it's smart on them. If they can control the pace of the game and keep Cloud9 just as frustrated as they seemed in the previous series, they haven't had any break. You know, I don't like talking too much about the mental game, but it probably will play a factor in this series.
Oh, Squishy taking a shot, and it's just wide, and Torment on the back line, not able to make contact. Classics will look to set up his teammates here. As this one pinches out near the box. Corrupted G falling back. Gimmick to midfield. Grabs Corrupted G. Up to Classics. Looking for Chrome. No contact. Be Torment in the corner. Can't get it through Corrupted G. Had moved on up. Gimmick and Squishy. Now advancing the back pass to Classics. Will put it into the orange corner. He's got another touch to put it in front of the box. Chrome to try and take a shot, but it's just wide. Gimmick cleared away. Now Cloud9 looking for a counterattack here. Having trouble gaining ball control. Finally, Squishy will hold on to it. Gets it past Corrupted.
And Wave, you mentioned the phrase keep away. I think that's a huge factor of how EG are playing. Again, we've seen the teams that are successful play this tactic. They don't go for net. They're always looking to play around a defender until the net is the obvious choice.
2:02 left on the clock. Either team with a goal. Torment trying to drop this one in, but it's not going to happen. Classics will clear. Torment, only player on the field to not score a goal in the last series.
He's got this.
Now Squishy looking for the carry. He'll put it in. Squishy doing squishy things here. 1:47 on the clock, and Cloud9's got the lead.
He set this up so beautifully. The moment he started to fall underneath this, realizing how little boost he needed to get the momentum to follow that ball to get ready for that delayed flip. He didn't use it off the ceiling. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the tactics, but I think at this point, if you've watched Squishy play, you know that you're pretty familiar with that tactic. And EG, that is, as a defender, that is so difficult because it's all in Squishy's hands of when he wants to use that flip.
Corrupted G over towards Chrome. Squishy's got it away. Now looking for Gimmick. Can he make the shot? No. Classics shuts it down at the point of contact. Now Corrupted G, the long shot towards the goal. It'll be Torment airborne. Now Chrome into the corner. Torment driving it back down. Squishy up. First to engage. Wall following this, gets it around Classics, moving it into the corner. Second player able to engage, now Torment. Holding on the ball control, keeping the ball in the blue. RPG, pinch off the ground. Torment over towards Gimmick, shot towards net is good. He finds the corner. What a beautiful pass from Torment. An excellent follow-up from Gimmick.
This pass from Torment is massive. Gimmick touching that up to the corner, noticing that Torment really hadn't had time to rotate back. And Torment again, instead of going for that wild shot, which we see a lot of players that know are good enough can try and get that crazy angle, but he just knows it wouldn't have had enough pace. So he opts to center it for a teammate, and his teammate was there.
Evil Geniuses still yet to score here in game number 1. Now down by 2 with 1 minute left. Best of 7, they've got much more time than usual to get their groove going. Still, do not want to give Cloud9 any quarter. 45 seconds remaining to find a goal now. Good opportunity goes unused. RPG in the corner. Tries to hold on to it, but Squishy takes it from him. To set up Gimmick. It's not going to happen. Classics back down towards Corrupted G. Chrome in the middle. Here comes Cloud9 again over the top. 22 seconds remaining. Shot inwards is wide. Classics over to Chrome. Quick counterattack. Again, wide of the goal, and Torment and Squishy both back. With 10 seconds remaining. EG needing to find a way to get a shot on target right now. The pass across, Corrupted G possibly could have used, but he wasn't expecting it. You see the full 3-man commit here from EG. As the time will expire here, Cloud9, game 1 in the books. Looking to secure that number 3 spot.
Well, first win in the last 5 games. It's got to be a good turnaround for Cloud9 after not taking a single one after their previous series. Dominating in shots, keeping Evil Geniuses to only 3 shots, once apiece per player. Not a great stat across the board. I'm looking to see Evil Geniuses get a bit more physical. We know that's what they've done previously in the season. Chrome and Classics in particular, just watching them evolve as players. Classics, one of his defaults is always that.
Now Squishy, the excellent ceiling shot, a player who pioneered this in the Rocket League meta. You take another look. He's able to set himself up on the wall and then just carry it all the way to the goal.
I mean, once you have this much control, even the defenders were like, oh no, never mind. You need to either challenge that immediately, knowing what he's going for, so that you're essentially forcing him into the flip earlier or later than he wants to, or you just jump and pray. Sometimes it happens, you don't know exactly when he has that flip, but he can flip whenever he wants, and sometimes they don't flip at all. He waits till it hits the ground, then he'll pinch it off the ground, and then you're stuck jumping over your own defended ball, and that gets so frustrating. But I think physical play, if EG wants to try and get through this Cloud9 defense, we saw how many attempts only registered as shots, only 3, and EG had control for a part of that game.
And Classics not being able to gain too much ball control, a guy who is used to setting up his teammates. No assists in the last series that they got swept. He was not able, there was only 3 goals on his team overall. So a player who led America in assists there, assists per game, being kept very, very quiet. Cloud9 keeps them quiet there in game 1. And now moving on to Aquadome. Get to say hi to Bartholomew. That's the Great White Shark's name, by the way.
Is that?
It is.
Officially, or is that one you dubbed?
I decided his name was Bartholomew. And
Gotcha.
I've called him Bartholomew for over a year. And this is the first time he's gotten to say hi in the RLCS.
And so it be.
It's so it be. CEG attempting to tie up the series. Classics in the corner. Solid clear, but straight to Cloud9. None of his team had moved up. Classics with a flip, Torment onto the wall. This one coming back out towards Cloud9. It's Gimmick will be there. Chrome set up Classics. Pass back down, intercepted again. And the shot goes in from Gimmick. These interceptions killing Evil Geniuses.
You know, prior to this game, they were mentioning that Cloud9 were struggling keeping up the pace that they're so used to, but this right here, Gimmick cutting off that passing play. That wasn't even that far of a passing play, but it was predictable. You saw the player from EG just sitting there waiting for Classics, and Classics really didn't have any other options. Either that or give it away to the corner, maybe try and dribble. But since it was predictable enough, Gimmick cut that off at the source.
Well, in a game where players maintain momentum so much, a player who is sitting still actually even stands out more than a player who's moving, I feel like. It draws your attention. Like, why is he sitting there? And Squishy wastes no more time getting the second goal. 2 goals in the first minute.
At this point, it's just a challenge. Again, Gimmick reading that clear from Chrome, but Corrupted G unable to make contact. He's going to feel a bit of the pain from that goal that is kind of on him. He needed to get that clear. But again, not ready for that stuff from Gimmick, just reading his own teammate on the clear.
First minute gonna come and go. Cloud9, can they put on a third? No, it'll be just high. I say just high, it basically touched the ceiling.
Yeah, just a little bit, really high.
It was just a bit high there. Classics with it. Beautiful shot. Is the follow-up there? No. Torment shuts it down. Looking for the counterattack. They don't have it just yet. As Evil Genius is still looking to get on the board. Squishy out with ball control. It's taken by Classics. Corrupted G gets a bump on the Squishy. 3 players in the box of Cloud9. They're going to have to retreat quickly here. It's Cloud9 looking to gain on offense on the counterattack. Shot up there. Here comes the follow-up. No, blocked by Corrupted G. Excellent retreating defense from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, it's about to talk about their spread. One going to net, one going to the corner. Everyone knowing who that next shot was, they were aware that Gimmick was going to try and come in for that challenge. So the person from the corner made sure to get a body on it.
Pass inward. Chrome towards Corrupted G. It's Gimmick again. Picks it up first. Now Squishy. Playing it down the ball over the top of Torment. Caught in no man's land. Again, the touches from the wall. Evil Geniuses, time and time again, just passing the ball straight back to Cloud9. Not even a threat present. Cloud9 can easily just pick it up. This one dropping back down. Squishy and Torment commit. 3 players up there for Cloud9, and Gimmick has to fall back. But again, no follow-up there from Evil Geniuses. Gimmick has plenty of time just to chip it back into the blue.
I love the use of these ceiling passes that players are starting to make more of their kit. Instead of getting above the ball, using so much more boost and then dropping it down gently, they just smack it straight up into the ceiling. So not only do they use less boost, but it also hits the ground at much more momentum because it hits off the ceiling and drops straight back down.
I mentioned on the desk 2 of the players that use the least boost in RLCS. Torment here, one of them going to get a goal here. Torment, no goals in their series where they got swept earlier. Here he'll get on the board. 3-0 now, Cloud9.
Classics wanting to get that up a little bit higher, but he had no support. He was the last man back, so his job at that point is just to buy time or find someone to pass it to. Chrome was nearby, but that touch wasn't enough for him to react to. But game 2, Cloud9 up by 3, keeping EG to 3 shots total. They are dominating the series so far.
Cloud9 in complete control. Corrupted G into the corner, looking for another shot. Gets the setup out towards Chrome. Keeps the ball competitive, and Classics lurking, looking for an opportunity. Not gonna find anything just yet. Here's Corrupted G. Cage Squishy. Torment demolished in his own half. Classics now. Shot is high. Can he get the follow-up? It is not high. It actually drops in upper 90. Beautiful placement there. EG's on the board.
Works out for Classics. Squishy trying to chase it through, and that's sometimes where you can get just as predictable if you're the one that's always going to go for the carry. Essentially, Squishy's mentality there is just stay behind the ball, right? And hopefully that won't happen. It got just a little bit too far away from him if he tried to follow that through. And Classics was able to eke that shot right over him.
Evil Geniuses on the board. Still a 2-goal deficit. Starting to score. G in the back. Playing that out to Classics now.
Good turnaround.
Side now looking for Chrome in the middle.
Tactical fake.
Squishy. Holding on to ball control, so he didn't even dribble it through 2, but Classics is there. He'll pinch it with Corrupted G. Right back into the orange. Cloud9 caught on the retreat. Torment, the top of 1. Quick turn from Squishy. Intercepted by Corrupted G. EG starting to get involved in the interception game here. Look at that play from Gimmick. Right back into his own corner. Evil Genius is pressuring hard here.
Oh, I love that touch right there.
Back pass here, connects with Classics. Shot towards the net is wide, and Squishy will get the clear. Gimmick looking for the counterattack. Can he get it? He can. Look at that shot. Corrupted G tried to make the defensive play, but it's just not there.
I think that first touch from Classics was actually attempting to find Chrome. I think he thought Chrome was going to keep up that aggression and stay mid with him, but he opted to go for the boost steal, I believe, instead. And C9, the moment they realized that there was an open field, they were able to get a counterattack.
43 seconds remaining, down by 3. Cloud9 looking to stay in control of this game, stay in control of this match. These ones, defense not quite in a position. This ball spending a great deal of time completely unmoved. A pinch from Classics. This going in the goal. I believe it is. Classics with his 2nd goal, just pinching that one off and finding Cloud9 out on rotation.
Hey, it works out, you know, Squishy just trying to push this through, knowing that Classics is going to get the tackle. But I think Torment and Gimmick both had a similar idea of wanting to support, knowing that would probably cut across. But Classics' challenge was really strong. 23 seconds left, 2 goals. Possible, but Highly unlikely.
With Cloud9 going for the fake kickoffs again. Squishing a little bit of bump on Corrupted, not quite enough. And Torment will put onto the backboard. Nobody in the net. Can he find it? No! Gimmick could not sneak it under the crossbar, but the pressure stays on for Cloud9. Finally, Squishy puts it in. And it all started back on that fake kickoff.
Fake kickoffs are such a good way to keep control when you're in the lead and there's not a lot of time left. Because at least for the next 10 seconds, you're going to be in control or force them to make a weird save and then try and recuperate, try and grab boost, and then get a counterattack. It buys so much time, and hey, if it works out even better, you get a goal.
You get to keep holding on to this 3-goal lead. Always a difficult comeback, and with 4 seconds remaining, basically impossible. They'll get one more in, but you can't score 2 in 1 second. EG making a game out of it here, but still struggling to get control of this game away from Cloud9.
2 games up right now, but this is a best of 7, so that gives Evil Geniuses a little bit more time to try and reset their thought process on it. We finally saw a couple of attempted bumps on that goalie, but we know how good Cloud9 is on defense. They're so hard to penetrate through. So I think maybe we'll see more of that. I'd like to, because I think right now, if they keep up the way they're playing, it's going to pretty much be the only way they can make it through.
Cloud9, 2 games in a row there. Not losing control really at any point, never even a 1-goal game. Except for when they scored the first one there. And everybody getting involved. Torment gonna break his scoreless streak there. And 4 assists on the rest of Cloud9. 13 shots. These guys definitely in control of the game at the moment.
And Evil Geniuses, I think about halfway through, had like 3 or 4 shots total. So they definitely were able to turn it around and get control. But I think Cloud9 also let up a little bit when they had such a big lead. They were pretty much 3-0, and they're like, we don't have to worry much about this, even if we let some goals go in. But they need to be careful, because Evil Geniuses still did get 3 on the board. So if Cloud9 hadn't kept up and been able to still get those other 2 goals they were able to lock down, it would have been a tie game. And, you know, they were talking on the desk earlier that mentality clearly has played a pretty big factor in today's games.
And I think a lot of that for Evil Geniuses, the 2 goals from Classics, mostly just pitch awareness, just realizing there's nobody back. I can just loft the ball to the goal, just take a shot, pinch it off a Squishy here, and send it back. So even the mistakes that Cloud9's making that they're being scored on, not as much being outplayed by Evil Geniuses, they're just simply leaving their net open, which are kind of simple things to fix, and Evil Geniuses is going to have to find more ways, maybe get the bump game involved that they've been so known for here in Season 5.
And what I kind of want to see more at Cloud9 is they were so good at passing. We know there's such a great passing team. We talk about the mechanical players, people like Squishy, who you'd think would be the stars always getting goals, but instead they're actually the ones that are molding the field to their advantage because they have the skill to outplay people like that. But we haven't seen nearly as much of that out of Cloud9 these past few weeks, so I'd like to see them relying a little bit less on solo goals and a little bit more on passing goals.
Game 3 here on Manfield. Classics again, a shot towards an empty net. A bit more power. And that would have been the first goal for EG. Roam through the air. This one back down. Attempted counterattack from Cloud9. They'll hold on to ball control. Infield passes this one in. Oh my goodness, poor Classics. He tried to make the defensive play, but he puts the goal in himself.
Look at how quick this pass and shot are. Torment to Squishy. We watched EG try that earlier and it got intercepted by Gimmick, but now they're going to show them how it's done. Even shorter pass, even quicker shot. Classics nearly getting there for the save, but kind of being the reason it went in.
The infield pass, after a season and a half here in the RLCS, still the bleeding edge meta, still the most effective way to dismantle a defense. And this time they get a bit of help from Classics, but it's still good. Cloud9 will score first again. Now Gimmick. Into the corner, let's grab the boost. Will be Squishy alone in the back. RPG puts onto the backboard, Gimmick will play it into his corner, and Torment looking to follow it up. Drops it back to Squishy.
Great idea.
Small pass he plays from Cloud9. They weren't quite able to transition out, though, and EG moves back up. And a great shot from Corrupted G, and it's a tie game.
I'd like to know what happened here on the backboard. I think it was Gimmick back here, watching and waiting. Oh, he didn't use the backboard. He tried to jump up for that and used so much boost. I think it's because he was faced the wrong way originally, but in reality, if he would literally just turned around 180, he would have been able to stay there. It just shows it's not just positioning of where you are on the field, but it's the positioning of your car and how you're oriented.
Being in the right place at the right time doesn't mean anything if you can't make contact. Classics back out to Corrupted G. Onto the backboard one more time. Series earlier today. Saw Evil Geniuses against Rogue. Corrupted G just cleaning up goal after goal. The quick counterattack again from Cloud9 here. Gimmick shot high. Saved by Classics. Gets it over another one. Now following it along himself. EG grouped up here in the midfield. Torment plays it over the top of one. Gimmick back into the corner. Classics just trying to read the ball, but constantly having to readjust as Cloud9 continues to change up the play. RPG and Chrome, though, able to gain ball control, push it back into the orange. They'll keep this ball in midfield for now. Classics and Corrupted G. Rough double commit. No pressure even to create it. That lack of pressure will mean it doesn't really matter in the end. They're able to space back out. Now Torment. Picking up his own boost, now following off the wall, looking for Squishy. Can't find contact. Classics had the read. Gimmick's touch is softened into his own corner. He's looking to play it out. Squishy getting bumps in the midfield. Lee Chrome picks this one up. Classics back to Corrupted G. Midfield pass. Squishy with the save. Placement for Corrupted G. Dead center of the Cloud9 net.
Both teams slowing down, but
he does find the shot. Chrome's able to pick it up on the rough touch. And that's the lead now for Evil Geniuses.
Both teams seem to be sitting and waiting for a mistake, and there it was right there. Squishy dropping into net as he thought his teammate would push that through, but it was the pressure that Classics put on by challenging that made the defender feel like he had to hit it harder. But since Classics didn't get much of a touch, he lost control of it, was no longer behind it. At that point, Squishy had already dropped all the way into net, and there was so much space between the striker and the goalie.
And you saw this, the dunk on the clear, on Torment's clear. He's giving it straight out to Chrome. RPG and over his own hood. Cloud9 now finding themselves trailing for the first time this series. Classics airborne. Gimmick will get a stop, but Chrome's up as well. He looks for the soft touch, drops it at the angle, and Torment gets the save. Good reads on both sides, and now the counter attack from Cloud9. It's Torment across midfield. Gimmick's up as well. Dual option. Slowing down the defense of Evil Geniuses. 150 on the clock with Torment dropping this in the corner. Corrupted G over to the side. Now back towards the box. Squishy plays it away. Now Classics in. That'll be Gimmick to the corner. Corrupted G. Pass back in. Chrome doesn't like his options. He falls back a little bit. Gives some space. Goes for second touch. With 1:30 left to go, Cloud9 still looking for that equalizing goal. Spending a lot of time on defense right now, but here they'll be able to break out onto the offense. Squishy gets it over Classics. Turn back around quickly.
Cloud9's pass is getting a little bit wider, and that's where you see EG interrupting it, intercepting the passes, slowing down the counterattacks from Cloud9. But now, the 2-on-2.
Gimmick nearly is able to find the shot. Classics got the savior medal. We're approaching the final minute, down by 1. Just get a setup from Cloud9. Squishy on his own backboard. Back out towards Gimmick. Counterattacks again. Positioning on the walls, helping Cloud9 out over and over again. Back to Gimmick, onto the backboard. Squishy airborne, 2 defenders out. No follow-up. Torment looks to rotate it in. Create more shooting opportunities. 39 seconds now. EG with another shot. Is this one in? Chrome can't find it, and Classics couldn't find it either. Now Squishy in a 1v1. Can he get it past Corrupted G? No, the tackle is good. The bump on Classics, though, will break up the rotation. They can play this over to the side. Gimmick following it up. He's out of boost. He's got to use his teammates. Uses the flip to try and get there, but can't find it. Evil Genius is back into the orange corner. Happy to let time run off this clock, see if they get a win. Cloud9 to their own corner with 13 seconds left. Following Torment, the shot towards the net, it's good! It went under Corrupted G, and it's a tie game!
I am so surprised they were able to push this through. Corrupted G on the backboard trying to follow that, but he just didn't get enough contact on it, and Torment trying to read both the hit off the backboard and where his opponent was going, and they will now tie it up with 9 seconds left.
Looked like he just handed it to Torment. It's the smoothest transition of contact. The Classics trying to drop this in. Squishy's got to play some last-moment defense. They try to go to overtime again in a dangerous position. Squishy onto the wall, and it'll go to the corner. Stays alive on the ramp. Classics looking to set up Chrome. Can he take the shot? Torment with the block in net. The defender of Cloud9 comes up clutch, and we go to overtime.
I was going to mention a bit earlier that Cloud9 seemed to kind of get that fear the clear mentality. They dropped so far back whenever it seemed like they had control. We'd see Squishy drop all the way back to his own corner for boost.
Squishy with the shot on the set up from Gimmick. Look at his control here on the wall, and the beautiful game finisher.
9-second overtime. Gimmick is the one that pushed it past that final defender, leaving the only one stuck in net on the line, just too far from it. got to give a lot of that credit to Gimmick for control of that ball to make sure that no one got that pinch, because once it's on that backboard and two players go for it, one almost always follows up the other, or they get some sort of wild pinch. So once that dropped out in front of Squishy, it was all on him for the miss.
I love the way they used the surfaces around them. Gimmick opting to use the wall, play the ball back into the wall as Corrupted G's trying to come out and get the save. That puts it around him, and then Squishy bouncing it off the ground to go underneath the defender. Cloud9, such perfect placement, such perfect decision-making, and even in a situation where they didn't have control in the game, they had to get an equalizer at 9 seconds. They're able to quickly tie it up and then get the win in overtime.
And you couldn't be more right, not having control. Evil Geniuses with 15 shots, over double Cloud9's with only 7. But obviously we know efficiency is key. All that matters is that it goes in however many shots you make. But at least that shows that Evil Geniuses had much more control that map, and they were really able to make sure that they were the ones that were putting the shots on. But still, not as much physical plays we usually see at a VG, and I don't really like saying like that is the winning tactic, but it will for sure help.
Sure, you got. I also want to just highlight Torment at the end of the game. That save right there. Then you saw Chrome. The play from Squishy put it into the corner, and it could have easily come back down. Chrome took a shot. Torment's right there. Beautiful defense there from Cloud9. And now into Game 4. They take the win here. 3 sweeps in a row on the day. Cloud9 got swept once. Evil Geniuses got swept once, and now they might get swept twice. Cloud9 can just keep this run going. But I think the Evil Geniuses can at least hang their hat on the fact that Corrupted G's got about the best looking car I've ever seen. Oh my goodness, Chrome with a shot to give them the lead here in Game 4.
I mean, let's just watch this. What on earth is this? He set it up himself. How did he get up for that read? Those are some of the hardest reads to actually execute. Chrome giving him a goal in the first 5 seconds.
Reading a pinch. Just reading it off the walls, and I got this. Squishy and Net's like, I don't know what's happening. Chrome's like, I know what's going on. Gets the goal, and now Cloud9 going to look to equalize again. They were here last game, and it didn't end up mattering. Evil Geniuses need to find a greater lead than just one. What a fake from Squishy. Past one, and now setting up Gimmick. Past 2. Corrupted G's in there. Oh, and Classics comes in and ruins the fun. Pooping on that offensive party.
Very rarely do you see a dribble of teammates working that closely together. Squishy getting that first juke, and then the second player there essentially as like a third option.
Yes. Classics able to finish it. Now back up on offense. Evil Geniuses looking to extend their lead. They get it through 2. Gimmick's going to hold on to this and jumps just in time to block the follow-up from Corrupted G. Squishy down the field. Both his teammates just directly in front of him. Give ball control to Evil Geniuses, and a pinch from Torment, intercepted by Corrupted G and Squishy. The speed at which these players are reading the ball right now. Classics could possibly find an angle here, but he puts it wide. It'll be Torment up on the wall, dropping down to Squishy, holding on to ball control. Chrome and Classics waiting it out. Squishy just keeps the pace going. Classics was hoping to fake him. Now over the top, Gimmick airborne. Corrupted G plays it away and into the corner. 3:40 left on the clock. Still the 1-goal lead here for Evil Geniuses.
Right now it feels like the assist kings are at it against each other. Classics and Squishy Muffins really trying to put themselves in those aggressive positions, whether they're cherry picking, whether they're dribbling. Squishy likes to be behind the ball, at least as far as between his net and the ball. Classics like to find himself in a cherry picking position.
Dorman over towards Squishy. Thrown now on the wall. Look for Corrupted G. Squishy cuts off the pass. Puts it into the corner. Coming up, a miss. Classics is going to take a shot. Squishy had rotated back. Failed to get it clear. Now with himself. Looked for the drift underneath. Couldn't find it. It's lofted in the corner once more. Torment now. Back across the middle. Gimmick airborne. There's no shot. Corrupted G out towards Chrome.
Chrome's got no more boost.
Both players the miss. Torment. Pitch going a long ways. Gimmick could possibly send it back towards his teammate, but Squishy's rotating in underneath him. Now it's Torment with a backflip shot. Are you kidding me? The flip cancel to get the extra speed, and Cloud9 ties up the game.
And Chrome getting caught between 2 decisions, not knowing which one. You saw him wobbling back and forth. He wanted to stay in that potentially, maybe challenge that. He didn't really know which one he wanted to make. And you can see what happens when you don't make that split-second decision. Cloud9 will tie it up.
What absurd mechanical skills from these players. You saw that they pit Torment. They turn him around, and he's like, that doesn't matter. I'll just kind of half flip, take the shot myself. 2:25 left to go, right here at halftime. Game 4, Cloud9 looking for the sweep. Got the first 3 games on the books, just need to get the win here. Evil Geniuses with the absurd task of winning 4 straight. The pass inwards, classic shot. Squishy's up, and he'll play it to the corner. Torment moving out, looking for the read, but he can't find it. Classics again with contact. It'll be Gimmick in the corner. One along. This one going back to Corrupted G. Torment bumps him enough that he can't make the shot. Now Squishy with ball control, cannot get it past Classics. Classics play on the wall in particular today has been quite excellent. Constantly getting the read and winning 50-50s. Gimmick with a fake now. Squishy back in the middle. Torment airborne. Chrome's up. Goes very neutral.
EG starting to figure out the Squishy is almost always going to opt for dribbling plays here. But there's a pass, and no, it turns into a shot.
The fake plays just not quite there. Squishy tries to get it in. Corrupted G up to just add pace to the ball, keep it moving, get it out of his box as fast as possible. Classics picks it up. Now on the backboard. Gimmick's there before Chrome can make contact. He'll follow it along. Torment now. Thinking about lurking, sees what Corrupted's doing, falls back down. Gives the ball to his teammate Gimmick, bumped out by Classics, but the ball now in the midfield. Torment's gonna be there first. Can he make a shot? Tries to fake out Classics. Classics, I don't remember the last time I saw Classics get faked. Very smart player. Here comes Gimmick. In the middle now, Torment. With 1 minute remaining, tie game. Evil Geniuses after the opening moment, heroic plays from Chrome. Struggling to find offense, and this one, is it going in? Oh, it bounces back. Chrome get it out. He does. He gets the save. Cloud9 decided not to pressure. Everybody stopped and watched the ball bounce, and will stay tied up.
I was almost going to give Chrome a little bit of flack for looking like he gave up on that, but I think Cloud9 gave up on it just as much. And he's able to somehow get that save. 30 seconds left, tie game.
Chrome not faked at all by Gimmick, and the pass comes through. Torment's there, though, and gets the block. 25 seconds remaining. Looking for the silver goal. Squishy needs to carry this one across his own net. Corrupted G knows it, puts it back into the box again. Gimmick trying to get this one out. Big Chrome. Nice touch. Now Torment back into the blue corner. Final countdown. Classics in net. Booms it towards the orange. Squishy and Torment on the retreat. Nobody making contact. Classics with a demolition in net, and Squishy will put it into the ground. Overtime again here. The next goal, taking the win. If it's Cloud9, the series is over.
The last overtime we saw in this, it ended within seconds. Cloud9 taking control, but a backflip Squishy.
Oh, Squishy faking out 1, now under 2. Corrupted G's had time to rotate back, but Squishy, can he get it past him again? No, it goes back to Torment. Classics airborne, trying to push this through. Cloud9 gets it through 2, and the shot is just wide when that was open, but he had moments, split seconds to make the adjustments to make the shot. And we'll keep playing here in overtime. Classics looking to pick this up. Sends it high, and it's Gimmick now airborne. Onto the backboard. Torment's moving up to try and take a shot himself, but Chrome's got the clear.
He ran out of boost, though. Chrome's got nothing right now, and they're on defense.
Over back into the corner. Corrupted G following along. He picks up his own corner. No boost starve just yet.
Oh, Chrome still has no boost. This is going to be tough. Torment with a high shot.
Classics makes it the block. It'll be Gimmick back in. Torment circling back around, looking for one more shot. It runs into Chrome, and Squishy's just lurking in the midfield, finally moving up into the corner. Got it here in front of the box again, crossing the field. It'll be Gimmick. Up, uncontested. You need to pass 2. Flipping it along. The ball has spent about 30 seconds in this back third of Evil Geniuses. Squishy again, once more, shot towards the net, and you know the boost has to be running thin. The pass back in, Gimmick with the shot, the save from Chrome, and it's enough to get it back out to midfield. Beautiful defense, and now looking to quickly transition and capitalize. Evil Genius is not willing to go out just yet.
They need to keep up the pressure now while they have it. Cloud9 had them on such a tight spot, there's no way they'd have the boost to get counterattacks. But a bump from Gimmick onto Chrome will leave it wide open for another clear.
Now back into their third again. Cloud9 able to put on the pressure over and over. Corrupted G gets it back out. Squishy and Torment, excellent defensive positioning. Able to move it out. Squishy with a shot, and Classics with a save. Defense of EG holding on, but they gotta find a way to get pressure in enemy territory or get the transition goal. Classics looking for the fake. Squishy puts it into the corner, buying time for his teammates. Classics pass here a little bit high. It's gonna go past, and Corrupted G with him. Chrome tries to put it in, and that's all 3 players there for Evil Geniuses. Squishy picks up midfield boost, looking for the counterattack here. Can he find Gimmick? He gets it past Classics, but no, it's back out and into the orange. Torment will move up. We'll reset here for a moment.
We saw nearly a critical mistake. Everyone from EG up in the box of Cloud9, but thankfully for them, the bounce that came out of that wasn't enough for a hard counterattack. Plus, they even got a demolition on the way back on Torment.
So much of this 2.5 minutes of overtime spent in this back third of Evil Geniuses. They try to get out again. The challenge after challenge won by Cloud9. Gimmick again. Down the field. Classics up. Eliminated from the play here. CryptoG trying to play it out. He's got a bit of ball control and he'll flick it. But Torment has to fall back. Squishy now. Moving for the position. He'll pull on to this one. Now looking for the air dribble. Can he get it past Classics for the win? Now Classics will shut it down. Torment trying to play it out. CryptoG. What happened just yet? Now Squishy airborne. Shot towards net. It's just a bit wide, but Gimmick up. He misses it as well. Torment moves in just to try and buy time, and he wins a 50-50 past two players into the corner. It'll bounce back into the box. Chrome is able to get the block before Squishy can make the shot. Gimmick again there. The presence from Cloud9. They are just 2 steps ahead of Evil Geniuses right now. CryptoG, finally a read that goes in their favor. Classic with a shot towards net. Squishy's got the block. Torment circling in underneath it. 3:35 into overtime. They keep on playing.
Cloud9 might be ahead of EG decision making, but EG are keeping them honest. So close that a single mistake can seal the fate for Cloud9 in this game. EG's counterattacks are still strong enough.
Torment will engage that challenge, send it over to the corner for Squishy. Squishy now looking for Gimmick. Ball staying very high. It's going to be on the backboard. Classics able to touch it. Now Chrome carrying it through. He's got CryptoG in the middle, but he's going for the air carry instead. Will be no pass. He's able to get Cloud9's boost in the corner. Good start. Torment's touch in the corner. Again, a bit weak. Now Classics with a follow-up. Can he get it in? No, it bounces off the post and out, but Chrome's there to finish it off. In 4 minutes and 18 seconds of overtime, they finally finish it off, and we'll go to game 5.
Emotionally exhausting, I imagine, for these players. Evil Geniuses literally constantly 1 goal away from being put into the 4th seed going into LAN, but they're going to stay alive just a bit longer. But as you said, they have a mountain to climb, and talk about action-packed, man. Over 20 shots in this entire game. I think it was 11 from Evil Geniuses, well, I guess 12 by that last one, and then 12 from Cloud9.
No,
24 shots.
It started with they got a boost grab. Torment got a weak touch in the corner. They're finally able to make the shot, but they had to buy so much time on the defense. Chrome with some amazing saves here in overtime. Watch this way they were able to get this out constantly. This ball was trapped in the blue, and yet no goals came from it for Cloud9.
And I spoke about, oh, is this the one? But everybody gave up. Every single player gave up on this, thinking that went in.
They had all stopped. If Cloud9 had just pressured, it's the constant follow through, right?
Yeah.
Constantly finding a way to stop, to just be like, look, it looks like it's going to go in. Don't give it up. There's no such thing as goal stealing.
Yeah.
In RLCS.
I spoke a little bit about how I'd like to see EG with the demolition plays, but it kind of goes both ways right now. You saw how hard that defense played. Evil Geniuses was able to stay alive. I was calling out Chrome not having boost for like 10, 15 seconds, and that is crippling when one of your defenders is pretty much useless. They can't do anything. They try to get it off the backboard, maybe try and get a double jump, but overall, positionally, you cannot rely on them anymore. So maybe Cloud9 would want to get a bit more physical. I don't know. There's a bunch of factors that can go into that.
Well, we'll see. Can Cloud9 finish it off here in game 5? Or does Evil Geniuses send us to another game? Every game here is just one more game for Evil Geniuses until they're able to get to 4. For Cloud9, it's just a matter of girding your loins and finishing it off. We'll see Evil Geniuses starting the offense. Last with the pass down. Squishy puts it on his own backboard, expecting pressure. Gimmick with miss. Back off there, Corrupted. She's able to do it, and he just finds all of Cloud9's defense flat-footed, and they'll get the lead.
Gimmick wanting to get that clear, and then again, no one following that up. When you have too much faith in your own teammate, that's sometimes what happens, because in reality, you'd have somebody following right underneath them for either just in case it missed or still to chase that down, but I think they weren't really ready for that transition. Maybe didn't have enough boost, and now EG find themselves in the lead.
Hold on to this lead. They had the lead last game as well. They still had to play for nearly 10 minutes to get the win. CryptoG slowing this down, hoping to bring some offensive players with him, but it's more just left the ball trapped in his own back third again. Now Torment, Squishy, both moving up, both deciding to stop for a moment. There's a little bit of space given, but Gimmick in the middle, looks to hopefully keep this one in the blue for Cloud9. Now Torment. Through the air, can he make the shot himself? Gets the ceiling. Oh, and Chrome got the save. Send it over to the side.
I think that was a flip reset.
Yeah.
You watched him try and smack those 4 wheels on the ball, and it worked out, but he just wasn't able to get a hard enough contact when he did get that flip. Super cool.
Chrome got the save. Now Squishy, can he drop this down? What a soft touch to try and give it to Gimmick, but the save is there. The Evil Geniuses defense holds. And we'll continue playing here with the 1-goal lead for Evil Geniuses.
But Cloud9 getting much more creative on their attacks on net.
Oh, here's Gimmick with ball control. Chrome's moving in. Gimmick gets it over the top of him, and Torment's there. Could possibly take another shot, but it's high. Squishy Muffins tries to follow it up, see if he can get it under the crossbar. But the shot's not on target, despite a retreating defense for EG.
Avoiding the defenders like the plague. That shot was high because he saw Corrupted G coming across, but little did he know Corrupted G only had 10 boosts to his name, so even if that shot wasn't amazing, it still could have gone in.
Squishy plays it off his own backboard. Classic's up, and the shot is wide. Squishy did not come off the backboard. Torment expected him to. No bump noses. Torment, midfield. Classics gets it away. Now this drop here, Corrupted G, he possibly had an earlier shot, and the Chrome will finish it off. What is happening to the Cloud9 defense right now?
Holy, I wasn't prepared to see Chrome up for this. Corrupted G, Chrome jumps nearly immediately. His reads right now, pretty on point, very consistent right now in the series. They really need to start picking up the pace. Shots relatively low. At halftime, we have 2 shots for Evil Geniuses, both of them making contact with the back of the net, and Cloud9 with only 3.
And I don't understand where the Cloud9 defense was. They were giving so much space. Corrupted G had time to Feels backflip on a pass and then go up again and put it onto the backboard for Chrome.
It almost feels like their communication is seriously lost. Maybe they're that frustrated from their last loss, you know, talking about how mentally it seemed like they gave up in that one. And it almost feels like they're playing with no comms right now.
I mean, losing an overtime, a 5-minute overtime nearly, is always so draining at any tier of competition. You've worked that hard, and if you could have gotten the win, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
But no, now you're still playing. Definitely difficult to bounce back mentally, but Squishy with a shot. Corrupted G's got the save, and now Gimmick up. Can he connect with Torment? No, he just takes the shot himself. Torment in, draws out 2 defenders. Classics up, but Squishy's gonna be there first. Classics with a very, very quick adjustment. They'll force Cloud9 to reposition if they want to keep this offensive siege going. Squishy through the air. Corrupted G is killing the ball at midfield. Stays here at the midfield line. It'll be Gimmick who finally pushes it into the blue. Immediate response from EG. Shot back towards Torment. Squishy's touch is soft. Now Classics into the side. Back over, here's Squishy. Pass towards Torment. Can he get it back towards his teammates? Intercepted by Corrupted G and sent high. 2-goal lead. Evil Genius is holding on to it, but this one finally goes in. Torment, he'll put it off the crossbar, off the ground, and then finally in. It's a 1-goal game.
Now they're avoiding the defenders while still putting it on target. That touchdown from Squishy. Amazing around Classics. Completely removing any attempt that he had to try and get in the way of that. And then the shot follow-up. The shot follow-up from Torment right into the crossbar and down.
Off of kickoff. Gimmick with control. Chrome back down towards Corrupted G. Here comes Torment. He's got Squishy in the middle, looking for the pass, but Classics has the read. Classics' read so fast, constantly cutting off these passing plays. Torment will back off. He'll allow Squishy to move in. The 1-goal game. This is how game number 4 went as well. As we saw Cloud9. They tie it up in the last few moments. Can they finish it off again? 43 seconds remaining, and it's Torment again with the goal.
They're still able to just push through this defense. The bump from Squishy accidentally when they both went for the challenge, and then Gimmick coming into full force. Torment supporting him. They're not relying on anybody, and that's what I like seeing out of them right now. They're all forming the same role. They're just working as a team.
Just playing whatever role is relevant at the moment. Now with 40 seconds left, Cloud9 in another position where they could possibly end the run for EG. Secure that 3rd place finish, but Evil Geniuses, they want this 3rd place finish, and they continue to play for it. Corrupted G into the corner, Chrome lurking behind. Hoping to pick this up, but it's going to be a soft touch. Lofting it, hoping to finally connect with Classics, but he gets it past 1 defender. Gimmick sends it to the side. Now Gimmick on the attack. Out towards Squishy. Looks to back pass it. Gimmick lands right in front of Torment. That's an open defense. The ball goes in. Chrome shot from the midfield with 8 seconds left. Evil Geniuses looking to take game 5.
The idea was there, but look at how quickly Chrome came up for that. He was positioned so well. Again, he wasn't needed particularly on defense. He had a player challenging the ball, and he had a player sitting in net. So he could essentially just read the opponents and interject, and he did that so well. So well, indeed, that it got them a goal.
Possibly the win. Cloud9, the difficult task here. Gimmick's got it over 1, but Corrupted Gene Classics, they can slam this to the ground. They do. Evil Geniuses here, holding on to control. 3 goals on the game, and they'll take game 5. Send us to game 6.
In North American history, Wave, we have never had a reverse sweep in a best of 7. And EG, while they still have 2 more to make it happen, they're keeping it close, even under pressure. The moment it got tied up in this game, you'd think, oh man, how are you supposed to win this overtime, or win this game, and then on top of it, win the next 2? You were already in a 3-0 situation. And they're doing so well to keep their cool. Evil Geniuses are fighting tooth and nail for this.
I mean, it's basically a best of 5 at this, or best of 3 now. They can just look at it this way to say, well, all we got to do is just win the 2. I guess that doesn't really work because if they lose the first one, then they're done. So forget what I'm saying. I'm trying to help Evil Geniuses' mentality here. They shouldn't be listening to me.
The mentality is win, and that's what it always should be.
Well, in the last 2 games, they've been up by 2, or they've scored 2. They've had the lead. They've had it tied up, and then they've managed to still win. Had it not affect them mentally, they are playing very well. And I think that you heard them talking about Cloud9 coming off of getting swept, now coming off of 2 games where they were 1 goal away from just finishing the game off, from finishing the series off, and that'll start to get into your head.
And talk about dealing with the mental adversity, right? They're able to, after literally facing defeat every single game, they're still winning. They were able to win a nearly 5-minute overtime. They were able to win after being up by 2 goals, and then getting tied up, and then having to win again. I mean, this is every horrible situation a team can go into as far as pressure is concerned, and EG are still bringing it to Cloud9.
So much momentum on Evil Genius' side. Can they hold on to it? Can they finish it off? Gotta win 2 more. Corrupted G. The same. Squishy now. See Torment. Falling back now. The ball towards Squishy. Now back another shot here. The great pass in. Cloud9 able to make this shot happen and get the lead here in game 6.
The first 20 seconds, we see a bunch of teams, I don't want to say panicking, but always trying to make sure they can get settled in right up a kickoff in the very beginning of the game. But Torment will make the first punish.
4:38 left to go. Cloud9 with the only goal they need to finish off this series. If they can just hold on and stop Evil Geniuses from scoring. Keeping the ball in the blues has been something they've been great at this series. Especially we saw that in game 4, able to keep it trapped deep in Evil Geniuses territory. Especially if they can shut down Classics, who's been enabling so much of the play. Corrupted G demolishing the wall, Classics falling back. Now Squishy, a shot towards net. Classics airborne will make the save, but the follow-up's there from Gimmick. Puts it back into the box. Torment up, and Squishy was up as well. That's 2 players in the air, and Gimmick still aggressive. Possible counterattack here for Evil Geniuses. They fall back down. Squishy will play it over to the side. Now he'll look for another goal. Sends it towards the net. Classics is there.
Cloud9, knowing they needed to challenge that in midfield was huge. Once they lost full control of that, even when they had a double commit on offense, they just challenged it at midfield to slow it down as much as possible, and it worked in their favor.
3:42 left to go. Genius is now moving up on offense. It'll be Torment. Trying to get it out of his own half. Squishy now looking for Gimmick. He's aggressive in the cherry pick, coming off the ceiling, holding on to this himself. Chrome's going to have to make
Gimmick,
a play.
what are you doing?
What a setup is the finish. There it is. Torment puts it in, and Cloud9 showing off.
Gimmick really showing that maybe he's the best mechanically sound player on his team. What on earth was that to set up to Torment? Talk about trying to go out with a bang on the final game of the series if they take this.
3:24 left to go. They've just got to hold on. I believe this is the biggest lead they've had. Maybe in game 1 they might have had this big of a lead. That was a long time ago. Chrome gonna take the shot. Classics committed to the shot as well. And now an open backfield. Chrome's moving in, but he's got Squishy to deal with here. And he just takes the booming shot. Chrome's got the read. Quick reactions there from the defender. And we'll stay at a 2-goal game.
Chrome knew he had to wait until that shot came. But he was also running out of momentum, running out of boost. So the shot had to come sooner than he wanted.
2:53 3 left to go. Corrupted G, over to Chrome, back to Corrupted G, and into the orange corner. Classics moving up, Gimmick with a challenge, and Squishy now, falling back down the field as it's into the blue. He can take another shot with one more defender, tries to put it around and just up into the corner. The thing about his last shot was it was dead center. It gave Chrome time to react. Didn't want to shoot too close to the corners because he might miss. That's what happened this time. Shooting towards the corners, trying to get around that defender. The shot isn't on target. Gimmick, airborne off the respawn. The Chrome and Classics in the orange corner. Bumps happening in the midfield. It'll be Squishy now coming out of his own goal with ball control. Getting it out to midfield on the side.
That was an interesting interaction.
Torment, onto the backboard. Here comes Gimmick. Slows down, realizing he will not make contact. Falling back now. Squishy.
Great clear.
It's back to midfield, but Classics is there. Gimmick's got the challenge. Now Classics and Squishy both airborne. Ball spending a lot of time in midfield, but finally into the blue corner. Gimmick thinking about the pass, then looking for defenders instead. Not finding either. Corrupted G here. It's blocked by Torment. Ball stays in the blue corner. This is something that Cloud9 has done so well. Just keep the ball here. Do not allow Evil Geniuses room to shoot. Just constantly pop it high and stall the play out. With just 2 goals on the board, both of them for Cloud9, burning the clock off. It's going to be the way they're going to win.
Talking about control, Evil Geniuses has a single shot registered. That was number 2.
Ooh, this one coming through, a third one for Classics. They're trying to put the pressure on, but the defense of Cloud9 holding on. Touch from Torment. Back in the middle, Gimmick's there in goal and gets it away. The pressure's starting to build here for EG. They try, get really concrete shots on target. Corrupted G through, it's Torment up. Now Squishy, not gonna happen as Classics sends it back down with 1 minute remaining. They fought tooth and nail for games 4 and 5, but here in game 6, it might be the end of the road. They've gotta get the scoring going right away. They need time for one and then for an equalizer. The shot from Squishy threatening, and Classics has to wait, has to play defense. And Corrupted G past 1. Torment with a challenge, now Squishy up as well. He'll beat Corrupted G to the ball, get it through and into the corner, grab the boost as well. Now back to old habits here, sends one towards the goal. It's Chrome with the save. 30 seconds remaining. They have to get this out and score to get the win.
Expect high risk, high reward from EG. Either they're going to have to give up a goal into Cloud9 if they can't make this work, or they really need to make sure they push it through.
Oh, the shot from Squishy goes in. They even had the defender back, but the pinch is too much. With 16 seconds left, Cloud9 going to secure this win.
I mean, once you dedicate that much for high risk, high reward, yeah, either you make it or they do. You can't let these get to you. But you're going to kind of have to let it get to you because this is going to be the end of it.
After they tried to fight back so hard, Carpet. Squishy now through the air. Can you just put in one more? No. With 9 seconds remaining, it's not going to happen. Evil Geniuses made a show out of it. Torment will put in a 4th one for Cloud9. Cloud9 going to secure that 3rd place spot. And Evil Geniuses' run at the World Championships gonna be a rough one.
An absolutely valiant effort, though, from Evil Geniuses. Just when it looked like they were essentially facing utter defeat, losing the first 3 games in a row, they were still able to get 2 more on them. One of them through a crippling overtime, one of them after nearly losing a 2-goal loss. So obviously we know they can keep their heads about them, but Cloud9 just brought out a bit too much weaponry here in the final game of the series.